Hey, Steve Zook here. Welcome back to Poke Suit Channel. Appreciate you tuning in as usual. Hey, I'm going to talk about something a little bit different today because a lot of people have asked me how I invented and marketed my products. I've got a couple products marketed by the Dunlap company. Here's the actual case for the Zookies, which says Steve Zook Design on there. You can hear my dog barking in the background. In the inside here, it talks about a little bit that I designed the pick. And it's a great product. You can get that from Dunlap. It also kind of morphed into the Zookies. This is the Zookies here. And the main idea behind my product that I actually designed many years ago, I forget, I've lost track of time, but it must have been at least 30 years ago, is that when you play guitar, your hand comes across the strings. If you imagine, your hand comes across the string, so the regular pick comes in sideways, but my guitar pick has an angle that's twisted this way, just a very small amount. Here's one of the, I don't market it anymore. Like I said, I have a licensing agreement with Dunlap Manufacturing. He does a great job, but you can see the product there. But a lot of people have asked me, how I was able to get these products going. And again, this is the one for right-handed players. He also has one for left-handed players that I actually did that change years ago. And actually, what's funny is some people actually like to use the one for left-handed players when they're right-handed. It just feels good to them. And they're available in medium and heavy. But this is the reverse angle. I think I have angle pick on this one. But it's a great little product. I've even got a couple that years ago I actually made these out of stainless steel. I think I've got 2 of these left. This is real stainless steel. I had a jeweler make these. But I'll sell these too. But they're handmade. That's real stainless steel. But anyway, people have asked me how I was able to do this. And you see these different... The main reason I'm doing this, to be honest with you, is I want to get more people over to ladeal.com because I'm starting to experiment with AdSense program. And so I want to have some quality content at LA Deal besides just at YouTube. So I'm going to do like a 10 video series called How to Take an Idea Out of Your Mind into Your Wallet. And we're going to cover the clarity stage, building a position, patents, trademarks, the metaphysics of marketing, intellectual property, physical products, market magnetism, giving and receiving, which kind of goes with the metaphysics of marketing. I'm going to discuss a lot of different components. And like I said, the first thing I want to talk about though is that, if you're an inventor, let's say, all this stuff you see on TV is just a bunch of BS. It doesn't work. Those companies, are just kind of a ripoff because they just don't really do anything to help you. If you have an idea, it's up to you to begin to build steps to get that to the marketplace. It took me, I think, about 6 or 7 years to get my speed pick to the point where it was marketed. And of course, I did that on my own for many years. But I just want to clarify that there's no easy way to do this. Sometimes when you work at things in life, you get a little bit lucky and you get little quantum leaps. But it's hard work, it's thinking properly, it's taking action, it's taking small steps. But these things you see on TV about, yeah, we'll help you market your invention, it's just a bunch of BS. So don't let them suck you in, okay? There are some viable opportunities in terms of licensing. It's really hard to find a licensing broker, and most of them are going to charge a little bit of money. But the bottom line on that one, I just want you to understand that, if you have an invention or something that you're interested in doing, don't fall into prey of these companies you see on TV. Okay, the first, and I had this whole course, by the way, it's actually done in a cassette form, and I marketed that many years ago. But the first stage I want to talk about, folks, is called the clarity stage. And the clarity stage is a really important stage in any project. Now, right now I'm involved in developing a couple other internet projects. One of them, by the way, is coffeechannel.com, because coffee is a $90 billion a year industry. If anybody out there really wants to get an unbelievable return on your money, hit me up for coffeechannel.com. We can talk about that. It's going to be a really exciting project. But and then I've got my guitar business, because guitars are my passion in life, and I'm also working on another project called acousticchannel.com. But my point just here is the clarity stage is the first stage of developing any project or any idea, because you want to ask yourself, why are you doing this project? You're doing it because you really feel it passionately. You have a passion for this idea, or are there family Olympics involved? Maybe your dad or your parents said, well, your brother always does this, so why can't you do this? And here's the thing that I found, and this kind of goes into the metaphysics of marketing, and this might seem counter, productive, or it might seem a little strange, but there's definitely something to this. If you can develop something that you're passionate about, you're way ahead of the game right off the bat. And I'm not going to be able to hold back my metaphysical self because it's a very strong part of me, so I'm just going to have to let this go. My suggestion is try this as opposed to, if something, I suggest put your ego on the back burner for a while. Try some of these ideas. You might be a little surprised that they actually work, and you'll find yourself moving forward a little bit. But the clarity stage is an important stage, so you want to pick something that you're really passionate about, And if you're not sure what you want to do, if you just want to start your own business, and you're not sure what it is, you don't have to do it yourself. Maybe you can find something online that you like or whatnot. But this course is really more for people like me that really want to be, your own boss. Although we all really need other people. The universe is a mutual support system. You really need other people to bring a project to fruition, because I really believe the universe is a mutual support system. But the first stage is a clarity stage. So really ask yourself why you're doing it, and ask yourself, do you really have some passion for what you want to do? Now, if you're not, if you know, for instance, you love music, but you want to do something, but you're not sure what, that's fine. And I've got a little exercise you can try. And this, even if it might not pertain exactly to what you're doing, start thinking of different products, whether it's a broom or a toothbrush or a guitar or whatever. Think of a product, picture it in your mind, and then start making changes on that. You can make little sketches if you want. Even if your product has nothing to do with what you're thinking of, it's an exercise in getting kind of a commitment from your subconscious mind, exercising the muscles of your imagination. So you take different product ideas and just start imagining changing other products. And this way, it kind of gets it into your subconscious mind that, hey, we're serious about developing an idea. You want to come up with something. In other words, what I'm saying is that even if you don't know what you want to do, this is a good exercise to do, because it begins to stimulate kind of the muscles of your imagination, so to speak. But the first stage in any project really should be the clarity stage. Ask yourself why you're doing it. Do you really have true passion for this? It's something that, like for me, for instance, I love guitars, and music is my passion in life. I live to play guitar and to write music. It's just so important to me. And I feel it's one of the reasons that God created me. So, even if you're going to have your challenges, if you can do something you're passionate about, you're way ahead of the game. Because I really believe, there's a really great book by Wayne Dyer called Real Magic, and he talks about this. And I really believe it's true, that when you're on purpose with what the universe created you to do and to be, it really helps things to move forward and helps you kind of get on track, so to speak. So that doesn't mean it's always going to be easy. It doesn't mean you're not going to have problems. It doesn't mean that it's just a walk in the park. It's like cake and ice cream. But if you work at something that you're passionate about, you're going to throw more of your conscious and subconscious mind into it, and you're going to be more on purpose with the universe, and you're going to attract people that might possibly want to help you, because they're going to pick up on the fact that you're so passionate about what you do. Like I have a guy who takes guitar lessons from me named Eric that was so passionate about my music and my playing and my connection with music. And then when I shared with him the idea of AcousticChannel.com, he got very excited about that, and now we're starting to put together some plans and work on that. So I got to keep these short so they download. But again, the clarity stage is the first stage. So if you don't have an idea, if you don't know what you want to do, if you don't know what kind of business to start, that's fine. You got to feel positive about, kind of like Alan Watts said, kind of flow with the insecurity of the situation. But start to look around a little bit, do my little exercise, start to imagine different products out there and start changing them. And then, of course, you have the whole field of, the whole internet has completely redefined business and marketing. It's just incredible, because now you have the ability to have your own little TV station, kind of like my YouTube channel. You have the ability to put quality content, on the internet, which is blowing away network TV. So there's so many different things you can do, and I'll save that for another video, because I want to make these short so they download. But just, and understand too that if you want to start your own business, it's not like, I think some of these courses out there kind of oversell the simplicity of it, like The Secret, okay? There's some okay things in The Secret, but I think they made it sound way too easy, to be honest with you. I do believe in the law of attraction. I do believe in positive thinking. I believe in tithing. I believe in doing a lot of things that will help you cooperate with the universe, but I do believe that Secret program made it way too easy, and I don't buy it. I do believe in visualizing. I agree with some of the things they say, but I'm just going to, just say it. I think they make it sound too easy. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of baby steps. And when you want to be an entrepreneur, The biggest mistake that people make is saying, well, once I get 100,000, I'll do this, or once I get 10,000, I'll do this, or once I get this, I'll do that. You have to learn to build right exactly where you are. I started a business about a year and a half ago with like $500 or $600 and built it into quite a bit of inventory, and have had some real strides. But like I said, the biggest mistake entrepreneurs make is not starting where they are. You need to start where you are. So whether you might want to look into internet marketing, learning to work with AdSense, you might want to look into building a web page and getting a blog and getting into affiliate marketing. I've talked to people that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year just on affiliate marketing. Okay, but there's a lot of things that you have to do. But my point just being, don't hold yourself back, because you need to take baby steps. I always think of that movie with Bill Murray where he was a psychiatrist. But the bottom line is just get clear in what you're doing. Don't marry what you're doing, because you want to brainstorm ideas, and you might have had an idea for who knows what, for some new type of machine, but that darn machine might take $500,000 to put together. So I mean, if you just want to create a little business and get your feet wet and learn more about marketing and branding and building brand equity and internet marketing and learning about how to leverage off what I call market magnetism, which is another video. Don't be afraid to just start with something to get your feet wet. And the main thing is, every day you need to take some steps. Every day you need to do something to build your business. Now with me, with my Poksu channel, almost every day I make a video, because adding quality content to a web page is a huge part of getting the buzz. And I'm getting about 34,000 views a month on my YouTube page. So I'm going to stop this pretty soon. But again, the clarity stage is really kind of about brainstorming what you want to do and getting a commitment, because the first person you have to sell your idea to is yourself. But ask yourself why you're doing it. Are you doing it because of Family Olympics? Are you doing it because you want to prove to your parents that you can do it? Or is it something you're really passionate about? Do you really love it? You really need to pick something that you have a lot of passion for. And you might need to dumb it down a little bit. You might need to go a little simpler. If you have some idea that, well, as an example, I have a huge project called coffeechannel.com. And for a while I was looking for $5 million to market that. And I actually pitched some very interesting people. I pitched Bill Hudson, who produced Father of the Bride with Steve Martin. He loved the idea. He was actually thinking of getting involved. And then he realized, I make movies. So it was really interesting and great meeting Mr. Hudson. It's Kate Hudson's father, and he used to be married to Goldie Hawn. But I'm still pitching people on coffeechannel.com. But I'm doing smaller steps, like looking for a computer program or things like that. But the main thing, like I said, is just get clear on why you're doing what you're doing. Try to exercise the muscles of your imagination. Start imagining different products and how you can change them, and just be open-minded to something you can do where you can take small steps every day. Because if you can take small steps every day, then you'll start building and develop what I call cumulative power. Because that's really what separates the men from the boys and the girls from the women, is people that can, cut the excuses out, cut the bullshit, and begin to build every day. And you have to be self-directed. You have to get up. I get up at 6 o'clock every day, and I start working, and every day I make a list of things I'm going to do. Now you need to learn to be flexible, because sometimes you'll get intuitive hunches about doing something different. That's a whole nother wrap. That will come under metaphysics of marketing. But the bottom line, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you need to learn to be self-directed. You just can't sit around all day and mess around and do things maybe you shouldn't be doing. You need to be self-directed, okay? So I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to probably have at least 10 videos on this. So I appreciate you tuning in, and look for the next video, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Keep the positive faith. Ciao.